It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC South rivals. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
The Panther kicker, Zane Gonzalez, has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now here come the Saints, about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
It was terrible to see Jameis Winston suffer his torn ACL last season because he had the Saints rolling in his first year running the show in New Orleans. They went 5-2 in his starts, and they were just 4-6 after he was injured. And how about this? He only threw 3 interceptions, really addressing the big concern people had from his time as a starter in Tampa. New Orleans, they plan to roll with him for a second season and hope that last year's performance will carry over in a full season.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
on second down, Kamara. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Never want to underestimate what this young man does, but it's just more of the same from DJ Moore last season as we see him pick up a first down there. Third straight year above 1,100 yards, but also his third straight year held to just 4 touchdowns. With his ability to move after the catch and also his ability to take it in the run game, I expect those touchdown numbers to climb.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A handoff left. McCaffrey taken down at the 42.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got Anderson right side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Mayfield on play action. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tommy Tremble, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 22, Winston. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing, Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They find some open field here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision. Just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Let's bring it. It's one play at a time, baby. You ready to roll?
They'll try to throw now. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jeremy Chin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either. I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Play action now. Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Damian Wilson in on the stop. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Lutz is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 2. Here's Mayfield. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now Mayfield. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Saints. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. McCaffrey running up the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And Thomas has it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Corner blitz that time by J.C. Horn, and he got home and dropped it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Kamara up the middle. Nifty move. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Winston now from the 50. And that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 44 yards. And the Panthers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jameis to throw it.
Now this one taken in by Olave.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He could only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. To throw, Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 27. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
First down, Mayfield. And it's caught. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Mayfield. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
And I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 24, Winston. And he'll just get rid of it. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Saints on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down. Nabbing over 20 yards.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Winston. And that is incomplete here. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 84 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.